So let's rank all the movies that I saw for the month of July 2021. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name's Dual, better known to as the Big D. Back with a new ranking. Today I'm going to rank all the films that I watched for the month of July 2021. Now, unfortunately, it's not much. I only watched 14 movies, so it's not much, so bear with me. I'm only going to be doing this by the scores I have given these movies and what have you. But, just by my liking factor, so bear with me and what have you, because these films are, well, mostly good, but the bottom of the chain, it's just not going to be one of the best, okay? So now, if you're ready, let's get into this. Coming in at number 14 is America, the motion picture. I had planned to review this, but after watching this on Netflix, I was not impressed with it. I thought this was going to be pretty cool with, well, this crazy retelling of American history, but oh boy, it just turned out to be a total blanked up disaster. So I didn't really enjoy it. My score for it was only 2 stars, which henceforth, with me on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it maybe a 4 or a 3.5. Sorry. Now, even though it did have some reasonable voice acting by Channing Tatum, who also serves as the producer for this, along with Olivia Munn, Bobby Moynihan, Judy Greer, Will Forte, and a whole load of others. And this isn't worth watching, even though it's from the same guys who did Archer. Yeah, I don't watch Archer. I should have not messed with this movie. This movie was nah. Enough said. Now, coming in at number 13 is Piranha 3DD from 2012. I didn't think this was good. Well, while the hot babes and their breasts and what have you saved this movie from being a disaster. I mean, those Piranha were pretty cool though, but this was just all I did like Danielle Panabaker making an appearance in this, so it wasn't too bad. I do appreciate this being set at a water park, but I don't know, some of the humor didn't quite rub off on me. I'd rather have preferred revisiting the first Piranha remake, but this one wasn't really up my alley. So even if Bronco Juggalo watches this, I'd say it was the worst, but I changed my mind. This is past America, so, but I may give it another chance someday if I ever find it again, alright? Enough said about it. It had a little bit of funny moments, but some of it did not rub off on me. Sorry. I don't know. Now, coming in at number 12 for me is The Stepfather from 2009. While I had only seen the last bit of this movie a few years back, but not all of it, I watched it on Prime, and, well, it's good in some ways, but not quite as good as the classic from 1987. I preferred that over this, even though it has a reasonable cast that included Dylan Walsh, Stella Ward, Penn Badgley, and, let's see, and, Ogre Boy, if you're watching this, please don't get mad at me for saying the name. Amber Heard, way before that little, well, you know the story. I'm not going to bring that up, thank you. Well, I will say it's kind of a mixed bag, despite it got PG-13 rating, because that's the version I saw. There is also an unrated director's cut, but I've never seen it, though. So anyway, well, it's fine and all, and what have you, but Again, it's not as good as the original classic, because I like the original with Terry O'Quinn and Jill Sholin, yeah. But even with some reasonable cast members, I'll say The Stepfather 2009's an okay suspense thriller and what have you. Yeah. So coming in at number 11 is The Incredible Hulk Returns from 1988. Now, this was the first of two post TV series movies. No, wait, three movies. Sorry, my mistake. But anyway, I watched this along with the next one, which is coming up in just a moment. I watched them on Tubi because I've only seen bits and pieces of the second one, but I don't seem to recall seeing a lot of this one. And this premiered in 1988, and well, serves as a continuation to the Incredible Hulk TV series, which starred Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno, who played the title character. Yes. This also would be the final performance of Jack Colvin as well, who also played Dr. Ardmore in the original Child's Play the same year. But soon, Dr. Banner manages to try to find a way to cure his Hulk condition, where he meets Don Blake, who is mythically linked to Thor. Not quite like in the comic books and what have you. Yeah, calls on Thor by the kind of a small version of the hammer and what have you. It's not as big as you think you saw in the movies and what have you. I gotta say, Thor is, he's reasonable and all. I'd rather go with Chris Hemsworth than the Thor in this movie, but it's pretty funny in some ways. So, anyway, yeah, with Thor, it's not too bad of a movie. Yeah, so now it's the top 10. Coming in at number 10 is The Trial of the Incredible Hulk from 1989. Now, this film came out just after the previous one, and this time, Dr. Banner, who goes under a different last name of Belson, he goes to New York City, and apparently he gets arrested once the Hulk takes on some bad guys on a subway, and he gets help from a blind lawyer named Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil. This would be his first ever appearance in live action form. Yes, long before the Daredevil movie with Ben Affleck or the recent Netflix series. Anyway, yeah, this was to be a lead-in for a Daredevil series, but however, it was never produced. So with the help of the Hulk, they managed to take on Wilson Fisk, who, of course, we know best as the Kingpin. I've recalled seeing maybe bits and pieces of this movie, but I finally got to see all this on Tubi, and it's not too bad of a movie. I mean, with Daredevil, it's not too bad. You do get to see Matt Murdock performing as Daredevil, kind of like with the blindfold on, what have you, just like what he had in the first few episodes, in the early episodes of the Netflix series. But even so, I think The Trial of the Incredible Hulk, it's not too bad. I think you ought to give it a try. I gotta review those movies. Although I have yet to see the third one, which of course was The Death of the Incredible Hulk, but it's not on Tubi. There's that and the Incredible Hulk Returns. Yeah. Now coming in at number 9 is The Boss Baby Family Business. Of course, this is the newest attempt from DreamWorks Animation. I will say that I did have a little bit more fun with this than as much as I enjoyed its predecessor. It was a little bit of a step up. I mean, with Alec Baldwin back in voicing the title character, we have James Marsden on board, plus Amy Sedaris and Ariana Greenblatt. Yeah. Apparently, a new family business is blooming as, the Ellis Templeton, Tim Breyer now, of course, has a baby girl, and she's now the newest boss baby, and turns, well, the Templeton brothers back into babies. Yep. But boy, and they infiltrate this new school and what have you, and boy, I gotta tell you, it's really, I don't know what to say. But anyway, I think this is a pretty good movie. You ought to try and give it a shot, no matter what they say. The Boss Baby Family Business, I had some fun with. hmm So, that's all I can say. Now, coming in at number 8 is The Tomorrow War. Now, this film was a real blast. I mean, I did enjoy it. Just some of it kind of didn't catch on with me. But Chris Pratt was definitely great in this movie. I really did enjoy his performance. This was just so intense and what have you. I just gotta say, it was just so awesome. It just kind of needed a little more of a bit of a touch to it, but even so, it had some fun moments and what have you. And I knew it had the biggest opening on the streaming movie ratings chart for Amazon. Yeah, which of course is where you can see it, considering we were supposed to get this exclusively in theaters from Paramount. But anyway, I think the Tomorrow War is awesome. No matter what they say, it's pretty cool. Now coming in at number 7 is Snake Eyes G.I. Joe Origins, another Paramount flick. I gotta say, while despite this unfortunately took a major savage hack and slashing in only its second week at the box office, it pains me to say. But, well, anyway, I still thought this was a good one. I mean, considering some people were mixed on it, and I completely do understand. Yeah, there were a little bit of issues I had, but watch my spoiler-free review to find out. I'm not going to give you everything I know about it. But even so, I've got to say, this film just had so much of intense action, what have you, so I really got to enjoy it for what it was. I mean, I really did enjoy the performance from Henry Golding, who played our title character. So anyway, it isn't as bad as they say, but well, hey, I've been wrong before. Alright, enough said. Now coming in at number 6 is Space Jam: A New Legacy. Now I know this got a lot of hate, and I understand. I mean, I did have some problems with it. Another problem I kind of should have brought up in my spoiler-free review was that little rap scene. Yeah, the tunes did. Yeah, that was alright, but I wasn't too thrilled with that either. Sorry I forgot to bring that up. Yeah, and while I have problem with the runtime and what have you, and LeBron James was a mixed bag and what have you, but everyone else was still pretty good. I like Don Cheadle's performance. It was cool to have some Warner Brothers, Hanna-Barbera, and, well, just about any other type of character from the world of Warner Bros. DC Comics even make a cameo appearance. So anyway, I will say that this film might not be as big as its predecessor, but even so, it's still fun with the youngins and what have you. I have a good blast with it. Now, coming in at number 5 right there, is Gunpowder Milkshake. This Netflix film is definitely a blast from start to finish. Yeah, it did have a little bit of issues, but overall, I have fun time watching this. I mean, this just reminds me of what I've seen in stuff like the John Wick movies or Nobody. Yeah, Karen Gillan was absolutely really good, and I did enjoy performances from all the others: Lena Headey, Carla Gugino. Oh, the list goes on. Still, I think it's pretty fun. Oh yeah, it also has Chloe Coleman, the little girl from My Spy. Yeah. Anyway, this film's pretty awesome. Yeah, I'd give that a watch. I don't care what they say, but this film was so awesome. But its action sequences and what have you, I mean, the blood and gore, well, for those gunfights, yeah, that was pretty cool and brutal. Yeah, gunpowder milkshake, you gotta give it a try. Now coming in at number 4 is Jungle Cruise, which just recently became the number 1 movie at the box office this week. I'm gonna say I was blown by this. This was so much fun. I did have some issues with some of the corny jokes and what have you, and well, some other stuff and what have you. You'll know when you see my spoiler-free review, which is up if you haven't seen it yet. Overall, I did like the action and the thrills and what have you. Dwayne Johnson, Emily Blunt, they were both amazing together on the big screen. I've got to say, this was another surefire winner for both of these actors. I really did enjoy Jungle Cruise. Though it may have been another cash grab based on a Disney theme park attraction, but overall, I think it's pretty fun. Y'all go check it out if you have yet to go and see it. So, Jungle Cruise is definitely just so much fun to watch. Now, coming in at number 3 is Finding Awana, which came out earlier this year. Now, I intended to watch this and give a spoiler-free review of it earlier this year and failed. But no worries. I will try and make up for that. I will still make it a spoiler-free review, possibly next month, because I may make some changes to my next schedule since I was originally going to go spaced down one way, but I decided to change it. So it might still be a mix of what I had planned, plus some stuff I want to make up for lost time and I forgot to talk about. Overall, I think this film is just a lot of fun. This reminded me of other films like Indiana Jones films, Dora and the Lost Sea of Gold, and heck, even the Goonies. The cast isn't too bad. I mean, oh boy, it just had so many pretty good players. It had a ton of humor that got me laughing a bit. So I really thought Finding Awana was definitely a fun-filled adventure that the whole family could enjoy, even if it's on Netflix. I really enjoyed it. Now for the final 2, this was a tough decision, and I got 2 great chick flicks here. But don't shoot the big D, okay, for having a certain movie at number 2 or number 1, okay? Coming in at number 2 is Black Widow. I was totally blown by this. Finally, after a 2-year absence, the MCU came back to theaters with a bang. I really enjoyed the performances we got from Scarlett Johansson, who unfortunately more recently sued Disney for what happened with this being on both theaters and Disney Plus, because she only wanted this film to be released theatrically and not on Disney Plus. So now I understand what happened and what have you, but I think they might have settled things, maybe. But if I'm wrong, then I apologize. I just usually don't like to stay in touch with some of the bad news and what have you of great movies like Black Whale, for example. But even so, I really enjoyed it. Kate Shortland's direction was really good. Florence Pugh was awesome in this. She really stole the show a bit more. And this is Yelena. I liked David Harbour's performance. So did Rachel Weisz was really good. I'm just gonna say Black Widow was an awesome film. I'm not sure I consider it to be my favorite of the MCU so far, but you might get a new MCU ranking later on. But I'm not going to do it until I see Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, Eternals, and Spider-Man No Way Home comes this way. Okay, enough said. But Black Widow, awesome. It had lots of good action, good performances. Ah, just everything I could expect from an MCU movie. And now coming in at number one, my top first time watch of July 2021 is A Cinderella Story, Starstruck. Now, I was surprised to find out that Warner was putting out another Cinderella story since it had been almost 2 years since we got the last one, which was Christmas Wish. But this one just proved to be a big one. It might have missed the top due to Christmas Wish. If you haven't seen my ranking of the franchise, you should check it out. But this was so awesome, with it being directed by Michelle Johnson, who helmed Christmas Wish and the Cinderella story before that, which was If the Shoe Fits. I'm going to say Starstruck was very good. Bailey Madison was absolutely amazing in this. She really nailed it. Michael Evans Belling was really good, and well, I really liked the setting of it being out in the country and what have you, on a farm. And what can I say? It was pretty good. And it wasn't too bad having a stepsister and a stepbrother in this. I mean, considering the stepsister was played by one of the actresses who recently played a stepsister in Christmas Wish, but a little more, but she's a little more ditzier, but she plays a more ditzier stepsister, you know. But this film was so much fun, and I'm going to say, if you've seen the movie She's the Man with Amanda Bynes, then I think you'll feel right at home with this one. This is easily a very fun-filled Cinderella story. You will definitely love it. So that's it. That's it for my rankings of all the first time watches of July 2021. Now, what did you think of this ranking? Please tell me in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you another anniversary review, and this time it'll be Matilda. Thank you for watching. And if you like this, you may want to check out some of these other things I did. In the upper left-hand corner is the ranking of the franchise I was just talking about, A Cinderella Story. Or go to the upper right-hand corner and see my recent spoiler-free review of Jungle Cruise. Or go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my review of Black Widow. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying see ya.